Oh, the box. We found the box. Uh-huh. It is indeed a small box. The question is what's inside the box. That's true. We did notice this, like, ages and ages ago, and the video game was like, no, you can't touch that box, even though it made sure to put a special fancy box on the wall for us to notice and not be able to touch. There's a thing. Is that a music disc player? Oh, it's a music disc player. It's a player for the music disc. Okay. Alright. Okay. I get it. We're gonna have to play the music disc. Yep. Now, does it play music, or does it... Is it its own music box, or... Oh, right. He's Ashley Graydon or something. Okay. I remember his name now. Uh-huh. Okay. Listen, that tracks. I understand that. This all makes sense. This is reasonable to me. We do indeed. It was for McGilded. It was not McGilded's disc. It was just for him and in his possession. Uh-huh. Maybe? That doesn't track, but... I think there was blackmail, maybe. Wait, yeah! Okay. Let the court now listen to this curious disc. Okay. Alright, what do we got, video game? Come on. Hit me with something good here.
Hold it!
Oh. Gregson? Bobby Fish and Chips, does this have something to do with the conspiracy involving the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court? Is this a music disc recorded confession of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court about how he's, like, selling secrets to Russian traders or something? Oh boy. Uh-huh. They're unreal. Bobby! Bobby! Bobby?
Objection!
Bobby, the fuck are you on, Bobby? Yeah. Yeah. Fuck you, Robert. You know, okay, listen, we could have this meeting in chambers. Like, there's no real reason that we can't just take the defense attorney. We could clear the courtroom. Bob, is this your problem? We could just clear the courtroom. We could just, tell the people to leave the gallery. Now listen, this is still gonna be a massive PR kerfuffle, okay? You're gonna have a problem on your hands if you force the people to clear the courtroom. But if you seriously truly believe that playing this music disc or whatever is gonna, like, violate national security or implicate the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court in a Russian traitor plot or whatever, well, in that case, you can just ask the judge to clear the courtroom. He can have the bailiff usher out the rabble from the peanut gallery. There will be no one present other than the defendant. Let's see, who absolutely legally deserves to be present? The judge, the defendant, the prosecutor, the defense attorney, and, I don't know, the court reporter? Like those 5 people, one of whom functionally doesn't exist. We might not even need to show this to we might need to listen to this and then decide if it's relevant before playing it for the jury. Maybe the jury doesn't even need to hear this thing. We don't know because we don't know what's on it. Bobby! You've already... Okay, alright, fine. That is apparently true. Now, Bobby. Play the disc! Okay, it appears to be Morse code. I don't know Morse code, but I do know that there's a telegraph fetishist on the jury, so I think we're about to know what this is in Morse code very quickly. This is clearly Morse code. Your Honor, it's clearly Morse code. Yeah, no, Your Honor, it's clearly Morse code. Can we skip to the part where it's Morse code? Please don't tell me I have to spend hours learning that this is Morse code. There's a telegraph fetishist on the jury. Guys, gentlemen. Yup, that's a correct statement. Please, juror number 5. Juror number 5. There's a telegraph fetishist on the jury. Come on. Ashley? No, don't laugh. Do you know Morse? You can't possibly know what you might know Morse code. Okay. Yeah, but guys, it's Morse code. No. No, it's not broken. Game, I'm smarter. No, don't. No, he's gonna insist that, no. Guys, there's a game. Video game. There's a... Bobby. No. Game. Can we... No. No, can I please... It is reasonable that Ryunosuke Naruhodo would not immediately identify Morse code. That is reasonable. Given that we have seen jurors exclaim boldly at many times throughout the proceeding, however, I feel like in a real-ass actual jury, in a real-ass actual American-style courtroom, juror number 5 shouldn't say shit. Because it's not juror number 5's place to say shit. Okay? In a Phoenix Wright courtroom, in an Ace Attorney courtroom, in a courtroom where where the foreperson of this jury is the husband of a lady who we got sent to jail for attempted murder a month ago, that fucking juror should be on her feet, jumping up and down with her hand in the air, shouting, "Your Honor, Your Honor! I know! It's Morse code!" But no, that hasn't happened yet. That hasn't happened yet. Can we ask the jury? May I please specifically ask juror number 5? No, it's not. Oh, please, God. Oh, thank you, game, for allowing the player to be smart. It could be a clue. It could absolutely be a clue. The player is smart. The player exists in the 21st century. The player has 100 years of societal, cultural knowledge baked into their little bitty player skull that identifies the obvious Morse code, remembers that there's a telegraph fetishist on the jury, and says, hey, wait a second, if we had a stereoscope gimmick, and there's a stereoscope fetishist on the jury, maybe the fact that there's a telegraph fetishist on the jury, and this is obviously Morse code, those might play together. Well, if you'll shut up and let me point at juror number 5 and say speak, juror number 5 will speak. Oh, Ryu's entire thing is that Bobby Fish and Chips looks worried about this. Uh-huh. Yeah, he's familiar with it because he's heard it, because, listen, he and the other cops probably know Morse code. Mm-hmm. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I don't know, but I know that I can ask juror number 5, and juror number 5 will tell me. It is the music box is broken. It's not music, it's Morse code. It is not. Okay. You're letting the player be smart. Thank you. Now listen. I'm not acting just like Hurley. I'm acting like a player who knows what Morse code is. Which I suppose means I'm not embodying my character in this role-playing game. But, fuck that.
Objection!
Uh-huh. Nope. No, they're not. They absolutely are. Yeah, okay, they're code. Buddy, they're clearly and obviously Morse code. Come. Okay. Alright. Yeah, okay. Well, good news. I know what it is. No. Fucker. Yeah, but... Mm-hmm. Yeah, no shit. Yeah, it's clearly communicating exactly what it's intended to communicate. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. That's good. Mm-hmm. It's not broken. That's correct. Yup. Game is really spending a lot of time letting the players who don't immediately identify Morse code come to some sort of conclusion here. Oh, Ryu's got it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you have. Mm-hmm. There's a telegraph fetishist on the jury. Mm-hmm. What the it's code. We've seen. Okay. I don't understand how all of the testimony points to this answer, but okay. I can't present proof until you let me ask juror number 5 what this is saying. I don't have proof. I have a juror who's... I have a telegraph fetishist. Uh-huh. You're gonna join all the dots together? What about the dashes, Ryu? Are you just gonna ignore the dashes? If you ignore the dashes, you're gonna have some bad Morse code. Alright. The evidence that explains the true nature is... I'm sorry, there's evidence that does this? How in the love of fuck? I have a hypothesis as to what's on the disc, and the question up until this point has been like, what is being transmitted by the disc, which is a slightly different question, but I have 5 strikes and nothing better, so fuck it. Here's the paper.
Take that!
Mm-hmm. Correct. sensationalist journalism. What are you gonna do? Anyway, flip the page. Just flip it over. You gotta go below the fold for this one. There you go. There you go. Very serious matter. Highest level. Congratulations, Your Honor. You're part of the highest level. Is it gonna turn out that Magnus McGilden was a Russian spy? Is it gonna turn out that Magnus McGilden was actually a Russian asset in the pocket of the KGB? Or the late 1800s equivalent of the KGB, which, given my knowledge of Russian intelligence services, may or may not have still been the KGB? Probably not, but, you know, they are. Yes! Ryu remembers that there's a telegraph fetishist on the fucking jury! Hi. Pay attention to the case. Stop. Your weird kink has come up in court. Stop. It's every fetishist's nightmare, except this time it's helpful. Stop. It sure does. Extremely important. Well, good news. Well, bad news. Your buddy Ashley is a traitor murderer. Possibly. Okay, he's a traitor murderer in the sense that either he murdered a traitor or, wait, no, he didn't murder a traitor. Pop Windebank wasn't a traitor. He might be a traitor and a murderer. He's definitely a murderer. Yeah-huh. 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 It absolutely does not. It uses an entirely different sound effect, but, you know, music boxes. Oh, thank God. Oh, thank God the video game got there only slightly behind the player. Oh, thank God. That's a big fucking deal. 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 I don't know, maybe? Can we get the telegraph fetishist to translate it in some way? Uh-huh. You really ought to clear the courtroom, Your Honor. Like, you really... Yeah! Oh, Russian buddy. Oh, Russian buddy, you're playing your part so well. And... how did this come to be in the possession of thrice-fired Mason? How did... He did. He did. Possibly. It would reveal an act of high treason punishable by death. Uh-huh. He would? Well, I mean, unless he had the ticket, which he didn't. Okay. True. Okay. I think it's possible. I think we'd like juror number 5 to translate what's on this disc, please. He apparently does. unequivocally denies it. Your judgeliness. Uh-huh. Hey now.
Objection!
Are we doing the thing that happens fairly often toward the end of Ace Attorney games where the defense attorney and the prosecutor both realize that the witness in the stand is guilty as fuck and they must unite their powers of lawlessness in order to, like, get him to confess and thereby be convicted and hanged? Because, I mean, if I had a nickel for every time that happened in an Ace Attorney game, I would have, like, 30 cents. And I might be about to go up to 35. Mm-hmm. You should testify. Yeah. I don't know what you would say other than, no, you're wrong. And I don't understand how I would counter an argument of, no, you're wrong. But, you know, it's a most flagitious offense, or perhaps flagitious. I've never seen this word. It's a new word for me. It's a big word for elbow. Okay. Uh-huh. High treason is also bad. Okay, so basically this is His Honor saying, please tell us that you didn't kill this guy, and also that you didn't do high treason. So, have fun with that.
Hold it!
Oh. Oh, snap. Did the Skullkids just hold it? Guys! The fuck are you doing? You were gonna be fine as the innocent Patsy Rubes hired by the traitor person. Why are you not being the innocent Patsy Rubes hired by the traitor person? Uh-huh. Yeah, but... Okay. You're innocent rubes hired by the traitor person. You're patsies. You're mooks. You're jamokes. You're jabronis. Okay. Yeah, Bobby's not doing the pose with you. He's not doing the pose. He doesn't feel like posing. Okay. Couldn't possibly steal I don't believe that's true, but okay. Sounds produced by the aren't. They aren't, are they? What are they? Low class. I mean, that's fair. We can probably prove a connection somehow. All we done. Yeah. Okay. Listen, Nash, Ringo, you're not. Okay. All right. So the witnesses are eating each other alive, which is great. Okay. I can't spot any obvious lies there, so we're just gonna press everything. It'll be fine. I feel as though they admitted to that a while ago. I think they yeah, they said they did that. I don't think they said that they, like, were shopping or anything. Like, we've had long, drawn-out discussions about the fact that they were there after hours to have themselves a look and peek and possibly a nick and steal. But this is not new. Okay, that part might be new. The fact that they're confessing to having been there with Mr. Graydon, that part might be new. That part might be a little bit, Nash. Okay. Okay, well. Ringo, your foot's falling off your box there, but okay. Yeah. You have no idea. Okay, so you're just... Okay, so Nash and Ringo have flipped on Ashley, and Ashley is in trouble now, is what I'm getting at. I understand how cop shows work. Nash and Ringo want to cut a deal so that they can get probation or something. Oh, Ringo, can I get a sworn affidavit that you saw Ashley Graydon kill Pop Windebank? Also, Your Honor, I move for an immediate summary judgment of not guilty. Listen, this is very fascinating, and I'm sure it's important for the fate of your country or whatever. I would now like to point out that one witness has 2 accomplices, both of which have just fingered him for the murder in which my client is implicated. I move for an immediate summary judgment of not guilty so that I might wash my hands of this entire situation and then kick back and eat some popcorn and ask some softball questions to try to help your Britishness or whatever. Can we do that? Can we do that? No? No? You denied the okay. All right. Small music box entered into court record. I do know that this is how it actually works in Neo San Fran Tokyo and Jolly London Town. Okay, listen, buddy, we're gonna press all of your things, but first, I want to have me a look-see at this box-a-locks. Alright, what do we got here? So, we got our thing, it says Former Gilded, it's reasonable. Turns the bumps on the disc into sound. Okay. Listen, how does... I don't understand... Right. That's true. It's almost as if it's designed to... Yeah, you've just... Okay. Right. It's almost as if it's supposed to interpret Morse code or something. What I want to know is how does this little slip of paper not interfere with the playing of the thing? Like, is this just the decorative top of the thing and the actual mechanism is under the disc and the flick plucking happens? I probably shouldn't make this movement too much, but like the flick plucking happens under the disc, and this is essentially like a label on a record. Is that what we got going on here? Because, all right, do we have anything else interesting and worth looking at? Oh, hey, a button. I wonder if this button opens up a secret chamber containing a second disc. Does this button open up a secret chamber containing a second disc? You've noticed something? Oh my god. I was kidding. Game. The button opens a secret chamber containing a second disc. Or a second means of playing the same disc to create a second sound, thereby functionally being a second disc. The button opens a secret chamber containing a second disc. The button opens a secret chamber containing a second disc. Or at least the means by which to play a second disc. Okay. So if you had 2 discs, it's worth noting that, as I recall, Ashley Graydon was interested in having 2 discs. Like, way back at the beginning, he was surprised that there was only 1. Oh, it's gonna take 6 hours for the game to get around to this, isn't it?
Take that!
It's gonna take 6 hours for the game to get around to this. Okay. Can we get a nice tight exam? Okay. Yep, there's a second movement. So it's more Morse code. Or it's additional code. Yeah. It'll be a different tone. I see. But the notes are different. Fair. Okay. All right. Is there anything fancy about the jewel on the front work? Nope. It's just a... Wait. Is it meant to be like this? Like, is it meant to be... Because this whole time we've been thinking of it as top and bottom, right? Is it actually just... I don't really know how to manipulate this thing, but... Okay, here we go. Is it really just left and right? Like front and back? Like, is it meant to be displayed like this, guys? Is it? Okay. I feel as though I'm 6 hours ahead of the video game. All right. I feel as though you are almost uniquely positioned to steal government information.
Hold it!
Aren't you a high-level specialist? Thank you, juror number 5. Okay, so now we have a juror just calling a witness on his lies. I'm glad it's happening, but I don't understand how it's being allowed to happen. Can we get juror number 5 in the stand, please? Currently in presence of idol. Oh, God. Okay. Well. Yeah, but. This is still not true. This is still not true. Listen, Tizzy. You. It's a true fact that juror number 5 has been here before, but it's also true that she knows more about this shit than I do, so... He's received the top prize at the cipher cracking convention 5 years in a... Buddy! You're really plainly, obviously lying about this shit, buddy. Okay. He wants her to downplay his talent. Oh, God. I don't believe you. Okay, so we had that entire scene, and... Okay.
Hold it!
Nothing, like, came of it in terms of changing the testimony or... Okay. Blatantly apparent, okay. What is the code, then? Your learned friend could use a refresher. Your learned friend can understand it at a glance. Well, can identify it, but can't understand it. Okay, listen. I feel like this Morse code gimmick is gonna go over a lot better than the stereoscope gimmick with me. Maybe not the broad-speaking player base, but listen, I'm the one with the microphone. I'm the one whose voice matters right now. Yes. Buddy, you've been taught how to use stereoscopes 8 times. You can listen to a lecture on Morse code. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You know, I bet you the other side of this thing makes the dashes. I bet you we've only heard the dots. Mm-hmm. That's true. Well, there are 2 possibilities here. Either we're not actually supposed to listen for the sound, but rather the gaps between sounds, or we play the same disc on both sides of the thing, and it makes the dots and the dashes. Either of those make sense to me. Well... sadness. Can we get juror number 5 to say... Okay. No. No, I believe that's false. I believe that's false. Buddy. Mm-hmm. Yeah, like there being a second disc in the music box, as if there was some sort of button on the underside of the box that functionally opened a second chamber, that functionally revealed to us a second disc. Yes, there is still something you haven't considered, such as the evidence the player has already found. It seems not impossible. Let's give it a try. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Objection!
Buddy, it opens up on another side. Yeah, no, but it opens up on another side. Yeah, if only there was some other way to play sound on this disc thing. Like some other side, or a different movement or something. If only that was the case. I haven't mentioned in this stream, so I'm gonna mention that I still hate the whoop shot. It's fucking terrible. Uh-huh. How do you propose that this music box could have been used to decipher C? Yeah, it has a second thingy. It has a second thingy? Your Honor, your judgeliness, it has a second thingy.
Got it!
It's got a button on the underside. It's got a button on the... You wanted me to... You're seriously gonna give me a strike for not opening it? You're gonna give me a strike and... Gonna give me a strike and kick me back out to the cross-examination for not pressing the button that opens the thing, but instead presenting the button that opens the thing. Which means we have to go through that entire fucking section again. We've already done this. We did this in the court record. We did this in... This is the same exact thing. It's the same exact cutscene. You're not even going to reward the player for having done the thing you tell the player to do and go into the court record and find the thing in the court record so that in this cutscene, you can have Ryu and Iris be like, well, if I just press this button, it'll show the second thing to the fucking judge. No, you're just going to have the same fucking cutscene again and treat the player like a goddamn moron. Oh, look at that. We're discovering for the very first time that there's another movement on the underside. Why do people play these games? These games are always good for the first like 70% of them, and then they decide to just fucking suck. Yep. If you had 2 discs, they would play back at the same time. Can I present this now, your fucking lordliness?
Got it!
Oh, good gracious. What are you looking at there? You know, Your Honor, when I presented you the fucking button, you could have pressed the fucking button. Now, there is the minor fact that we don't have a second disc, but, you know, I'm sure there's some horrible bullshit way the video game is going to connive to give me a second disc. It might even give me a strike here for not having the second disc that we're supposed to get by pressing the 4th statement in this testimony, which means we get to go through this entire line of bullshit a 3rd time. I suppose I shouldn't make up potentially bad things for the Ace Attorney series to do to its player. After all, there are so many bad things that the Ace Attorney series just does to its player. I have a second part of the thing! Well, you see, what happened was, he was not. He's now quite dead. Well... It must be there somewhere. You haven't found it yet. You will reiterate your testimony. We will press all of the statements again. Waltz past the bunker, waltz past
Watch
the
my back.
bunker.
I'll go
We'll go waltz past the bunker with me, and we'll flip its stupid ass off because it's fucking useless and incompetent. We'll go waltzing past the bunker with me.